Hey you guys. I just wanted to do this video because, of course, I stayed up and I watched the election because you guys know, I'm definitely into that stuff. But, wow, wow. It's so much stuff that I have to say, but I'm not gonna say. But I'm gonna say what I think, is most like just has been running through my mind. Um, So I'll start with the disrespect, right? I felt like I'm watching like a housewife scene or something. Like I'm watching some type of entertainment. You know what I mean? Like it was like organized to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Um yo, yo, the disrespect. I'm chilling in it. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna watch the election. I'm not even gonna drop no video, whatever. I'll do a video of eventually on the election, of course. But I'm not going to do it right now. But I just felt like after watching that, I have to come out here and just like, I'm gonna start with this. Um, the disrespect on both sides was crazy, and I just feel like they both, they both made it more difficult to even want to vote for either of them. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is this, you know, people have their ways, their anger, but when you're in a position to conduct yourself as such, how they want us to be, you know what I'm saying? What was that? And did anyone notice when as the guy was asking the questions, and honestly, that guy was like better than me because on some real stuff, if I'm telling you 2 minutes or if I'm telling you such and such, you're not, believe me, your time will be ended. You know what I'm saying? And um, it was horrible. It was like, it was sad to watch. I'm like, seriously, like, it was like, I'm like, wow, can this really be going on? The way they were speaking to one another. I think one of them called him a clown. Yo, I'm lit. So that just cracked me all the way up. You know what I'm saying? And then when the guy asked Joe the question, he asked Joe the question. He's like, "Do you feel like Black Lives Matter?" Joe, you could not answer that direct. I mean, every time he threw a direct question, there was always something around it that you guys couldn't answer it direct. No, he didn't say yes or no. He said, "Well, I think you know, defunding the police is not good and all this other." No, do you think that Black Lives Matter? I can answer it. Yes. Do you think that Black Lives Matter? Yes, I do. Do you think that white lives matter? Yes, I do. Do you think that Chinese lives matter? Yes, I do. And I can go on. It's a direct question. Answer it directly. I mean, I just feel like, you know, my thing is this, like, the whole media of it, like, where was like the respect, the intelligence to like you know how people say, okay, everybody have their demeanor. Clearly, you see me. I am the demeanor. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is this: conducting yourself. You know how you go somewhere and say, well, okay, you can't conduct yourself in a behavior at a job. If they went for a job interview, if I go, you can't act like that. You're not going to get a job. You have to conduct yourself accordingly to do what needs to be done to get what you need. So if you asking for the people vote, how can you ask for the people vote acting like the housewives? Like, make it make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm just like, wow. And then it's like the talking of the families. What is that? Aren't we talking about, like, let's stay on topic. Let's talk about America, because you're asking for the American vote. And I mean, all the other countries matters too, of course, because don't we own them as well? But I just felt like everything was off topic. No one wanted to really answer the questions directly. And it's like, really? But I I did really get offended when it was like a yes or no question. It wouldn't have did you no harm to say yes or no. But I feel like it was a no because is it a no? Because I want to know like directly, yes or no. Do you feel like I don't want to know about? I'm not asking about police and everything. I'm asking Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? I personally, I really don't care how anyone feels if they care Black Lives Matter because I know my life matters. So it's not even like I personally, but for the people that you're asking to vote and to ask them for their vote, I'm sure they would really want to know, especially if they're Black. But I just think both parties was just like I. Um, it was like it was sad to watch, and I'm up late night and I'm dropping this video, and it's just like I think that the questions that was being asked. You want a snack? Okay, give me a minute. So, I think that the questions that was being asked was decent questions, but I think like I said, people were going off topic. Um, I say it should have been longer to ask more questions. Because there's more questions and like that should have been asked. It's just it was sad to watch the back and forth, the disrespect, and it's like, aren't you both American? You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody's screaming like peace and we want this and we want that, but it's like you can't even be respectful to each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody's better. Like there's no comparison. There's no better than you know what I mean? Because it's like I don't know. As for like my skin complexion, I keep my business, my 12 to myself. So I you know, camera be my mirror sometimes. But I keep it to myself, like because that was like something to see. That was something to see. It was like both of them was, calling each other out on like what's going on in all of the organized crime that is going on both sides and it's just like wow. Like I was just like wow, okay. Because like, um, you know, it was just something to see because it's like you have the president and then you have both of them wanting to be the future president. So it's like it was like names being called. Like, you know how like you argue with your girlfriend, something like that, names was being called. And it was just like, I know you might not like this person or you going against this person, or whatever the reason may be or whatever, but it's like, dang, it was serious. It was serious. And I just hope everybody like listened because I'm definitely gonna listen again. I'm gonna listen again. I mean, I just had to come on here now and say something because I just have to say this, because I watched it and I was like, wow, wow. Who am I voting for? Wow, wow. Like that's all I keep saying. Wow. Um, the best advice I can give to people is like I keep saying, keep your vote private. Keep your vote private. Um, I mean, talking about each other's families, like it was a lot going on. And I think it was less going on about the American people than like what I mean by that is like here's the thing. Like I don't me personally, of course, I'm not like, running for president. Like, I'm good on all that. Because my whole thing is like that's something like a real deal. Like, to me, like, if it was up to me, in order to be president, you think you went through a lot. You have to go through so many ropes for the people to prove that you're for the people. Like, by the time you get done with me, you be done talking to everybody. Like, because I feel like to say you're for the people, you must have, that's something serious. You really have to be for everyone. Like, you have to be like, people have their religions and stuff like that. So put it like that. You have to really be like for the people. You know what I mean? So to be for the people and just to behave like that and just to be like there's no understanding, no, like I said, the stuff I was hearing like on black people, when you can't when someone asks you a direct question, do you think someone live matter, and you really can't answer it, or like you guys are both arguing and talking about each other and this doesn't matter in the military, that's my whole thing. I'm gonna say this about the military. um I get it. You have family that live in your country. You're protecting them. Shout out to you. I feel you. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't. That's not my part to say why people choose to live their life the way they do. But I just feel like I said, when you're for the people, you have to genuinely like be for the people. And like, I've had my roles. Like, I understand all the election and stuff, and people feel like they be beefing, and that ain't real beef. Sometimes it can be organized crime. You know what I'm saying? But that's not real beef, because when you look like, I know real beef. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like when you're saying in your position and say you're for the people in any type of position, I'm really strong on that. If that goes like government wise, police wise, anybody, even if it's position of your own home, and you're accounted for a lot of people, understand that your actions literally can affect a lot of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? As crazy as that sounds, it's real. Like, how some people say, "Oh, I feel your pain and all that." If they your aunts and uncles, whatever, that's serious. And I just feel like if you just saying you're like for the people and all this other stuff, why would you give it like, really? And we're supposed to vote based off of what? Like, literally based off of what? Who got the best shot in? Who got the best comment in? Like, who disrespect who better? Like, who oh, like, because my thing is this, I get it, like, if maybe that's what they feel like, that's what the people would have wanted to see, like some good action, like, oh, some da da da, because they think like people watch shows. So that's not what I want to see from my president. That they don't frighten me because I'm fearless, but it concerns me for, because it concerns me for other people, because like like okay, yeah, I'm one for the little giddy giddy watching drama show, because that's, yeah, it's okay, it's entertainment, but for the people in lives and like breathing life and death, that's not entertainment. That's life or death. I need somebody who's really for the people. I ain't saying you gotta be, like, oh, you gotta be Jesus, you know. Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead. You're fine. So, I'm not saying like, you gotta be like, Jesus or anything, but like, you gotta be for the people, You gotta be for the people, like, literally. I mean, because like I said, I'm a woman of many hats. Like, okay, let me just take it back to the conducting part, right? All right. I'm who I am, right? I could be around my chicks and we can be chilling. And I know how to be me. Like, hey girl, let's turn up, let's take some, let's do, you know what I'm saying? And then if I'm going to get a job, or if I know how to conduct myself. If I want to talk to the people, like if I'm talking to somebody who really need help, you know what I'm saying, who really like reaching out to me, like, oh, girl, um, I'm going through something, yada yada yada. I'm not going to be all like, or if we're talking about the whole community and this is what we need to do to get the young people, more jobs to make it grow and make everything. I'm not going to be all like, even if it's somebody I can't stand, you don't have to be around that person for 24 hours. But when it was really about the people, it become less about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna cap, no cap. Somebody like, God forbid, do something to somebody I love. you know, then that's a different story. But I'm so strong in my spot that if it's bigger than me, what I mean bigger than me, if I'm counting for heads, then I'm counting for heads, which that means I'm gonna bite my tongue for them heads and I'm moving on by myself. Once I know them heads is good, I don't gotta deal with this person. But if we gotta really like if that's the position you're calling yourself out to be, if you can care less about heads or you ain't got nothing to go ahead. But if you really saying you're for the people, then sometimes you have to bite your tongue and not be so catty. You got to conduct yourself in a different way, and that was terrible. It was terrible. Nobody really can literally say if you sit up there and you say and you look at that debate, right, and you say to yourself, "Oh, that was magnificent." Just okay. I ain't even gonna respond. Have your own opinion. Have your own opinion. I just hope. I don't even hope nothing. Have your own opinion. All I'm saying, it wasn't magnificent for me. It was like it was a disaster. It was not acceptable. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying put on a front because I'm not one for being putting on a front. You know what I'm saying? I can't put on a front. I am who I am. You understand what I'm saying? But what I am saying is conduct. Okay, he might feel this way about this man, that he has these things under his sleeve. He feel this way about this man. He has these things under his sleeve. Well, what a way to win the people over. And if you think that's what people want to see, or black people like me want to see, because y'all, nobody can answer questions when it came down to black people. I don't know if the black people know this, but I did. I didn't want to see that. You're not my entertainment. You want to be my president, be that. I don't know if people remember what it was to be a president or took or how they were spoken, how they were supposed to conduct themselves. But people need to do their history and look it up. Because I don't want to see that from none of my presidents. If that's the case, I can turn to the housewives. I can turn to the Liddy shows. I don't want to do that. I want to see my president being my president, conducting himself as such, caring for the people, saying, yeah, I might have a problem with such. It should have been like this. Okay, yeah, we have a problem. Problems should have been solved that night. That wasn't problems being solved. That was more problems like what was that? You know, I say things like organized crime and stuff like that for a reason. Because sometimes I feel like I got so pissed off. Like I'm very like sometimes I get like in my own ways. So when I get pissed off after a while, I start looking at stuff. I got so pissed off, I start looking at their clothes. I'm like, why are you both wearing the same tie, just in different color? What's up with that? Like because I when I get pissed off after a while, when I feel like you're saying gibberish, and I know it, because I'm truly blessed on my intelligence and the things I look like. So when I feel like you, I start picking with you. I do, because I'm petty. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I can be real petty. So I'm like, what is this? An entanglement? Like I was confused. Look, all I'm saying is, if you're gonna be for the people, be for the people. Don't you don't need to put on the front. I'm not saying lie and say, okay, I'm gonna act like I like this guy. No, it's no problem with saying, okay, clearly we have, and why does it take the election for this to happen? As much beef as y'all had, y'all should have been had to sit down because you're both American, okay? From what I know, I don't. I guess you're American, okay? So if we all supposed to come together and care for one another, I don't see that. I don't see that. I feel like we're screaming to vote and you're asking for the vote and all this other stuff, but you're making it a little difficult to either choose from both. And I don't know both of you, and both of you don't know me, and literally I know you don't care about me, and vice versa. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, here it is. I might not mess with everybody, but I speak for the people who rock with me. Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna do what I need to do, just like they're gonna do what they need to do. But if you're speaking for the people, once again, just like I don't know, I don't know. I can't say why somebody wants that position. Why would they want to be president? Or um, I don't know why you want to be president. That's on you, and maybe that's you have your own reasons on why you want to be president. And okay, but all I'm saying is, it's just like if you're gonna be for the people, be for the people genuinely. Everyone, the whole world. It shouldn't be, oh, like I'm hearing. different states and stuff being called out. I'm hearing, this being called out and high and low and all. It shouldn't be that. It should be like the whole world, like the whole world. It shouldn't want to win the vote of certain people. It should want to win the vote of the whole world. Don't the whole world count, right? Or maybe the whole world don't. Maybe it's just a percentage because we love them numbers. Ooh, we spit them numbers quick. We be like, well, 2.5%. Well, who the 2.5? Because I just be like, they love them numbers. Love them numbers. Shouldn't every number count? Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm good on the game. All I'm just saying is for you guys, a little bit of advice. No, I'm not asking be fit. Look, here's the thing with me. Here's the thing. I can care less what the game is, right? I can care less. But be real. If you want to be a president, you be like, look, I can care less about. I mean, no, I don't like your skin question deep down inside. I really don't like black people. I really don't da da da. But I do want your vote. I do want to be president for this and third. I honestly know that no one will ever do that because they know I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna vote for you. Like if people just feel like people really tell the truth, but if people really paid attention to that election and that debate, there was a lot of truth being told. It's like you gotta sign it. A lot of truth being told. Put that dot, period. You gotta sign it. You know what I'm saying? That X, you know, because there was a lot of truth being told when he was asking the questions and they couldn't answer. But my whole thing is, at the end of the day, if you just like, I know if you feel like, oh well, we should straight up tell these people how we really feel about them. Like, oh, we can care less about a black person vote or da da da, or what we're truly being called, vote. You might feel like, oh, yeah, they're not gonna vote for us, but I tell you this, you're wrong. You're wrong. You wanna know why? Because look at me, brown skin. I got it all, caramel. I'm moisturized. I'm good and golden. But what I'm saying is, I respect honesty. I respect honesty. I don't knock you. Like I was raised. I was raised here. I know what it is. I study my history and everything. But we can work something out. You don't have to like me. Hell, I'm not gonna even like you. But let me know that. What I think is more cowardly to, you know what I'm saying? Because if you really don't, if I'm that how you feel about me, if I'm that disgusting or I'm that this or I'm not that less of, why want anything from me? Why? Because if me, I'm a type of person where if I found you disgusting, if I say, oh, you're disgusting, you ain't shit, I don't want you around me, all this other stuff, right? Or you're less than. I'm that type of a boss where I don't need you in my space or even breathe in my air. I don't need you to do anything for me. I don't need to use you, abuse you, want you, or choose you. So I respect somebody saying, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a type of person with look, I'm I don't know about other people, but I'm for the people who for me, who I created. You know what I'm saying? So if you're for me, I'm like, if you really genuine for me, and I know. I don't need to worry about nobody lying. Trust me, I know if you really for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this. Okay, we can rock. So even if you don't rock with me, like, okay, you like, look, but we can do business or whatever. And, I'm not worried about all that being false because we can get it there. But what I'm saying is, I'd rather you be real so I know where we stand. That don't mean that, oh, we can't do business together. Like, that don't mean you're not going to get my vote because you're being honest. But I'd rather know what I'm dealing with. So don't think that you have to lie to every black person or you think that you can't. No, I'd rather for you to be honest because I think that's very cowardly. Because like I said, I'm watching it and I'm seeing the election, the debate, and all this other stuff, and I'm like, wow, look at this debate. Look at this. This is serious. No one can answer the question. And some stuff like as I'm watching, I'm of course I'm gonna watch again. I maybe even watch 3 times. But I'm like, and this was just less than an hour ago. I'm like, wow. If someone asks me if I think another race life matter, there's no beating around the bush. I'm not peeking who, I don't know. You ask me a direct question, I'm answering you yes or no. Yes or no. As we say. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it doesn't affect me because I can care less, like I said. But for the people, there's some people out here who really they really care about where they're from. They really, scream it out and shout it out. And that's for any race. I think it's a problem. No, 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 no. Scratch. I think I don't. I'm not even scratch that out. I know it's a problem when every race does not count. I'm gonna say it again. It will forever. No president, no person. Until you understand that every race matters. It doesn't matter if you don't even if you don't like, I'm not saying you have to like, look, okay, I can care less. But what I'm saying is understand that they matter in that the way you blink, the way you move, that they're, and until people understand that, we'll be here forever. We'll be here forever. We don't like a lot of stuff. Come on. We know who we are. Some may say we're spoiled. I don't think so. I know I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? But we know who we are. Okay? And we have to understand that let's take away, you know, I wrote poetry about it. Let's take away the skin, the color, or whatever the case may be. Then what? Will we be here? If we literally all take away color, which it seemed like a lot of people doing, or whatever the case may be, will we all be here? It just that debate and that election was a disaster. It was a disaster. Like, period. Am I mad at anybody? No, because I don't know anybody. That's like, to me, my thing about this with the whole president thing and the voting thing. See, um, no disrespect to no presidents, I can care less. You know what I mean? I'm not here to be the one. That's not my business. I don't know people. I disrespect people when they disrespect me. I don't care if you're a president or who you are. You disrespect me, you're getting disrespected. Simple. We don't even go there. But here's the thing. I just feel like I'm a person like, I take where I'm from, because I have people who live here too that I really love, seriously. So when you're asking me something like, I've always said, I even thought as a child as if like, I think it should be more interaction with the people and like genuinely like interaction and really like improvement. For me, when it comes down to the presidency thing, even in my local community, I don't see like, I don't see the change. Like, and I know people probably say, "Oh, well, it's a lot of things." I get like, look. Let me explain that. Because I know people are like, "Here you go, you don't see the change." When you say stuff like that, oh, people are not slaves, or people want to, people go crazy when you say like that. Here we go. Um, okay. What I mean by that is, uh, from growing up and seeing things, I've seen things run in certain ways. We all seen things. Look at what's coming out with people, all these truths and lies and how things being run. And where, come on, it's in our face. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to even sit here and need to explain. It's in our face. Everyday truth is being told. Every time you click a channel with somebody telling the truth about something, it's you choose to believe it. You know what I'm saying? If you do your history, you do your studies, you understand. You know what I'm saying? Like if you choose to believe it or not, but we understand what's going on. So I just feel like when you're saying, "Oh, there's going to be change here and change there," um, I'll read things and I'll see things about the presidents or certain things, and I'll be like, "Well, dag, if this was someone regular, they'll be in jail." Do anybody get my drift? So for me, it's like, the justice system is what it is. It's what it is. It's like I think real questions should be answered. I think more. I think there should be more people answering more questions. I think debate should be longer. I think a lot. We all think a lot, and I think we all should be heard. You know, because you're asking for our vote. your accent is pushing, come on and go out. It's just like I said, voting has been pushed so much more than any uh, brutality going on, racist thing going on, COVID people needing help going on. Voting has been pushed so much, and it's okay because that's how the system runs. But pay attention, people. I don't know about the stay woke thing because I like to say I'm pretty woke, but I'll say pay attention. Pay attention. I always scream, pay attention, do your histories, do your studies, because I'll be so serious about that. Um, this election was devastating. It was devastating. It was a confusion. It was a lot. It was definitely a lot. It was definitely a lot. And we should be able to ask more, do more, create more. And here's the thing. Um, we get that we're not saying people need to be perfect. I'm going to stretch that because that's not the fact. I don't need the fake or the fraud, but I think I might even do a second video on this election when I double watch it. But I just had to say something because the things I was hearing was like cringing. It was like, wow, talking about each other's families, talking about like the lies, calling each other names. I'm like, was this a setup? Was this supposed to be an entertainment or something? Like, I'm confused. Um, I don't know. I mean, like, at this point, it's like, who do we choose for? And it's like the lesser. I don't get who's the left. Like, like someone. I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, what's less? Like, I don't. After what you've seen tonight, can we say someone is like lesser than the other? I mean, heck, they had on the same top, like just in different colors. Like, so can we say someone's? No, we can't. I'll say we can say improvement, honesty. I feel like people feel like if they tell the truth, someone still won't vote for them if they really did. I can't say what's your angle on why you want to vote or why you want to be president. But what I'm saying is, here's the thing. I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I'm not sitting here and saying, but when I hear these numbers and I hear this, oh, we have this many jobs and these many small businesses. Shout out to the small businesses and shout out to the people who have a business. But shout out to the people like me who's still in the grind. People might say, "Oh, well, you're very young and all this other stuff." You still got. I've been very young for so young. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Because when I was very young, I was working literally. You know what I'm saying? From cleaning walls to popping off tags and helping customer service. Okay, first job at 14. Been working ever since consistently. Only due to the COVID have I had to take a break. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the process of doing things and trying things out for myself. You know what I'm saying? And building myself. But when I hear stuff like, oh, the help to the small business, it seems like people what about the other people that's not like with no businesses, that has no businesses, that wants a business? I just feel like as much money, as much things that we do, as much things that should be put in place. It's okay. You don't have to do it, but it's as much things that should be put in place and everything. There's nothing put in place, and it's like there's a lot of people, and I know people might say, well, there's help, there's help. There's no help. There's no help. I don't. It's like that's why I said about the numbers because I feel like people be like, oh, numbers, numbers. Oh, this many people has been having jobs that we create. I've been since out of work, been looking for work, and looking at and it's a lot of changes going on. So I just be feeling like that's what I feel like organized crime, and I feel like people be making things up because it's like Who are the people that's these small businesses and stuff like that? Like I've been watching stuff and I've been seeing stuff on the news and stuff, and I just see like certain things that I don't feel right. I'll see people like where where I be living at, where I live at, whatever the case may be. Some people need help. They line up, out early morning try to get lunch for their kids or whatever the case may be at the schools. But then I see on the news there's people in the suburbs that's having people drive directly to their house delivering boxes and boxes of food. That should be the other way around. How you have 4, 5, 6 cars in your garage, but you get boxes and boxes of food delivered to your home? Like, and I just feel like the pretended of it all. Like we don't see none of this. None of this is occurring, and we're talking about certain stuff. We need to talk deeper. Like, what about people that doesn't like what you might consider poor people? That's what they consider people that doesn't have their own small business or doesn't have da, da, da. They consider you poor and don't care about them. But that your vote still matters. They're still coming out here and giving you little knick-knack cards or hot dog meals or whatever to vote, or whatever they feel like your community might want or whatever at that particular time to vote. They're the true votes. And I feel like the people that do have it is like, okay, yeah, we'll vote for you. Why? Because they're paying you off, so they'll help your small business or keep it open. That's wrong. Because then you have the people that don't have the small business that support your small business. And that's how the train goes. That's how the train goes. Those people who have a little bit of money and they don't have a business, but they want to go out with their loved ones and their family and they want to do something nice, they're supporting those small businesses. And then the small businesses want to support them. And then they're getting paid the paycheck off. And that's how the chain goes. And then it's wrong. It keeps them in the position of still keep no. Like everyone should be fighting for the whole, it should be like a whole, not a separation. But it's always been a separation. Since the beginning of time, it has been a separation. And if you look in the beginning of time, it started beyond color that there was a separation. It was a separation on each person. It was a white separation. It was a black separation. It was always a separation. Who got more money? Who have more gold? Who have more this and who that? That's the problem. I sometimes wonder. People think that if the whole world had like their own portion that really, okay and happy and say, okay, I have enough financial stability to take care of me and my family, that they think that will be a problem. Anybody ever wondered about that? Like the whole world really like had enough, to be like, okay, well, I have this and that. But what's the process on keeping it? It has to be a percentage or somewhere, something that's really poor. Don't have, well, what's that about? What's that about? A certain percentage having way more money than everybody else. What's that about? I mean, we speak about it. But like I said, it starts with history and it starts of how the country was built, you know. And we're a take a country. That's what we do, and that's how the country was built, but that's when, like I said, things were being placed so others couldn't do what once others did to build this country. We can do it, but once we get that 10%, we did it. Now we gotta put that's when the police have involved and all this type of law and all this other stuff so other people can do what was done to build this country. All I'm saying is that's another whole story. Let's get back to the election and the debate. Well, the debate. The debate is this. It was a disaster. The debate disaster. That's what it was. Clearly. And anybody who watched it and like don't agree, I mean, like, well, at least you're not running for president. All I'm saying is don't be racist. The minute you think that someone doesn't matter, or yeah, someone doesn't matter based off their skin, based off of, and here's the thing, I don't know people history of why they have a problem with this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't because I love it. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is if you want the vote of this is one black person who you can be honest with me. I'm telling you, if you think that all black people are like, oh, I can't be honest with them and tell them I really just don't like the color of their skin and they're not going to vote for me, I'm calling you out and telling you that's untrue. Talk to me. Tell me what's up. And a matter of fact, we don't even have to explain it. But understand that I'm a business person just like you're a business person. So here's the thing. If you're telling me, okay, yeah, I really don't like you because of the color of your skin, but I still want your vote. Okay, what you gonna give me? I don't care if you don't like me because of my skin. That's your problem. Live with it. I gotta live with you. Now you don't like me because now I'm not gonna like you. I'm not gonna like you because of the color of your skin, but I'm just not gonna like you because that was very ignorant and dumb and you a clown. Period. But my whole thing is at the end of the day, I'd rather for you to be honest. But let's do business. Why I say let's do business? Because you're not gonna ask for my vote, but then really say I would be a dummy if you say, well, I really don't like the color of your skin. So you rather lie to me and still expect my vote? When you can't even ask the direct questions about the color of my skin? Make it make sense. No, 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 no. No, I'm very intelligent. I'm no fool. Where I live at, it's all about business. It's been all about business. It was built on business. Of exactly, that's what they'll call it, business. So let's say we'll call it business. Say you don't like the color of my skin, we can do okay. You still want my vote though, even though you don't like me. Okay, cut me a check. We know how the game go. I don't have to deal with you. You don't have to deal with me, but you got my vote. Hey, long as you don't try to hurt me or my people and all that, then that's when I don't go about the check. That's when it becomes a problem for me because you don't have to like me because I say, hey, you don't like my braids. You don't have like I don't have to deal with you. Thanks to my creator, he made a beautiful big world where I can go and do me. But don't think that you're gonna harm or do something to harm my people. That's when it's a whole different tornado. You see what I'm saying? But if you just saying, look, I don't really like you, I can care less about you and your people. I don't care how y'all rise. I don't care if you get on food stamps. I don't care, if you are having your own house. I don't care if you have your beautiful dolls or whatever. I don't care. All I do is want your food. All I'm gonna say is all I do is want some bread. It don't matter how much money I have, no matter how I'm doing, no matter the I got student loans. I got things that I need help paying with. You don't need to know my life, whatever. Just know I'm gonna use that to get me right and pay for the student loans and do what I need to do. That I don't think I should be having student loans. Okay? Due to how much I've been working since I was 14. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, cut my check and go on about your life. Here's my vote. I don't care. Long as, like I said, you're not hurting me or my people and people that care for this country and, like really like, eh, hey, pay people. Yeah, that's what I said. Pay people for their vote. Long as you're not hurt. But my whole thing is, it's things that like be in this country that be like on some stuff trying to hurt people. That's why people don't ain't with it. All these diseases, all these lies. Just like that condom thing, I still can't get over that. Like I said, it makes me feel like diseases has been created by the government. Still ain't so I still ain't hear nothing about that condom thing. It's crazy. But it was a disaster. It was a debate disaster. It was a hot mess. And we got to do better. We got to do better. Stop thinking all people are the same and that it's so many different minds, intelligent, beautiful minds. And then there's so many other demonic, weird, psychopathic minds. You understand? Yeah. But like I said, don't think all people are the same and just like do better. Do better because oh my gosh. I'm the type of person like I said, I know I've seen a lot. I've been through a lot in life, so I'm not accustomed to truth. Like it is what it is. You don't have to like me or like me color my skin, but don't like fake the fraud and still like, damn, you ain't gonna hit me one time. Like you just want to disrespect me. You don't answer no question. Like you just want to like get whatever it is you want out of me and still disrespect. Like who do you think like And I know everybody's saying, well, might have their opinions or feel the way they feel, and I can care less. You know, and then you have people who might, understand where I'm coming from, and shout out to you guys. But I just want everybody to pay attention and watch the election. I mean the debate or whatever, and to see what was happening because it was a lot being said. It was a lot happening. I'm a little like concerned. Concerned. I'm not upset because, like I said, I'm gonna do me. I'm blessed to be protected, but there's other people who really, are like dedicated, and then you have some who feel like, oh well, I'm gonna be fine either way, and yeah, no, you're not, because you're not fine now. So don't think that you're gonna be fine either way because you're not fine now. Clearly, and maybe you feel like you are fine, but okay, who am I to tell you that you're not fine, right? But just be for the people. Be for the people if you want the people vote. If you want everyone vote. Was there ever a president who got everyone in our country vote? Was there? Was there ever a president who got everybody's vote? Hmm. I'll leave you guys to think about that question. If anybody know that question, get back, let me know. But I know a lot, but I don't recall that. Was there ever a person who got everybody's vote? And I wonder why. Is it possible to get everybody's vote? Because, being for the people means putting your differences aside with everyone in this country. Which means everyone you ever had beef with, everyone you didn't like, if they're an American, then you have to put your beef aside, you know? And clearly that's not we didn't see that tonight. We didn't. No one seen it. I didn't see it. Unless if you seen it, then that's okay. Everybody's too different through their eyes, I guess. But it was a disaster. So I'm gonna go because, like I said, I stayed up to talk to you guys about this, and I just had to drop this video about it because I'm for the people who are for me. And even if you're not for me, you have people yourself. You're here. You're whatever, and you have family, so you're here for them. So be for them, and if you want them to be safe and you don't want them to go through hardship or not eating or not having work or having a job, then you have to be for everybody. Period. If you can look at your family member or your person you love or yourself and you be like, Dad, I don't want to go without this food. I don't want to go without this money or doing what I'm doing. So how do you think somebody else will? If they losing all that stuff, or if they literally don't have nothing, if they're trying to grind and they have all of these, I just think, like I said, it's time for laws to be changed. It's time for so much help. Like I know everybody's saying about the COVID and everybody's saying about voting and all that, but this country needs so much help in so many different directions for so many people. For so many people. And I'm talking about the world. I'm not talking about just a particular people in lower business, upper business. Like what? The categories is just like it's like English, math, reading. You know what I'm saying? English got more money than science. Science got more money than English. Like what's up? Why? How can we all be in categories when we all still blink the same? Okay, yeah, some of us might have disabilities, but shout out to the people who do because they be so strong. I just think, like I said, it's a lot of things. I don't know. I just say ask some of the people you voting for how would they feel like some of the stuff they would want to do in the world. What they want to change. What do they think is fair? What who should be cut checks and who should be like? I mean, it's like because it's like it's certain people like with disabilities out here that you have like governments will feel like to determine what they deserve in amount of pay. Like I just feel like who are you to tell someone who fought for their country or had a broken leg or lost a limb that they deserve 77.50 a month? Excuse like it just baffles my mind. Because but my mind is always in a different dimension, As we all know it's different dimensions, right? But or maybe we don't. But that's another story. What I'm saying is it's a lot of things that needs to be changed in the country. And I think if you're asking a lot from the people, which they ask a lot, they ask the people to work, consistently work for a certain amount, not ask for a raise, dare to. It just seemed like, just be like, and it's the people that really be underground who keeps this train going. Shout out to everybody, but I don't deal with everybody. I know everybody might not deal with me, but we gotta get it together. And that was a disaster. And I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm going to not think about this. And I'm going to just, um, I'm gonna definitely, like I said, I'm gonna definitely watch the debate again. And everyone just listen to the things that was being said. Literally listen with your ears. And I know a lot of people just use your mind. I'm not even gonna be funny and say a lot of people don't use your brain because I ain't even gonna joke. I'm not, this is serious. But just listen with your mind, your ears, and just think about the words coming out of people's mouth and how there was questions being asked and couldn't be answered directly, and just really understand that it was a debate disaster. So I'm gonna do another video about it, and you guys just um, make your own decisions about everything. Make your own decisions for yourself. Make your own decisions about voting, and make your own decisions about the changes you want to see for the world. I mean, I know people wrote things about, if this was my world and all other stuff, but let's make some of those things true. Let's say if this was your world, how would it be? And maybe that can give some of these presidents some ideas about some situations that really should be going on and some changes and some laws and some things that need to be changed. And listen, actually listening to the other people and saying if this was their world, what would they how would they play it? Because those you're asking for the people vote. I know, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're asking for. But, okay. All right, you guys.